Welcome back to 5-Minute Life Hacks. This is your host, Natalia Ambrosia, coming at you from my dining room in Los Angeles, California. Now, those of you that have been listening for a while will note that I normally record from my bedroom in Los Angeles, and now in my dining room, my very own dining room. I've moved into my own one-bedroom apartment, and it's great. I've just moved in, but I'm sure that I will have plenty of episodes that describe anything that comes up from living on my own, so don't you worry. In the meantime, let's get started. Today's episode is about hobbies, how to start them, how to pick them, and all that good stuff. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to give you a quick few tricks on doing just that. So this episode was actually inspired by one of my friends, Kate. She is one of the best people I know. I sent her a voice note for her birthday. If you haven't listened to my episode on voice notes, go do that. Voice notes will literally improve and enhance your relationships. So I sent her a happy birthday voice note, just wishing her a wonderful day and telling her she's amazing, because she is. And as a thank you, she sent me an inspiration bomb voice note, as she called it. She'd been listening to my podcast and watching my stories and had noticed that I'd mentioned I'd been feeling uninspired for a few weeks. And so she decided to put together a list of things she'd like to know more about that obviously she knows or has seen on my stories that I could tell her about. And one of those things was hobbies. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice that I'm a serial hobbyist. I twerk, I roller skate, I tarot card read, I palm read, I love astrology. The list could go on, but those are the things that I'm focusing on at the moment. And so I thought, wow, do people actually need guidance on this, because it comes so naturally to me? But I think a lot of people actually do tell me that they wish they had a hobby and they wish they could do the things I do. And so maybe I can help you with this. So here we go. These are my tips for starting a hobby. My first tip is find a hobby. Find something that you'd like to do. Now, for some, it may be something that's already been on your mind, but for others, it may be a little bit harder. If that's the case, I recommend writing a list of things you like or have liked in the past. A lot of it can be to do with movement, dance, learning a skill, doing something outdoors. Make a list, think of the things you've liked before, go on Instagram, go on Pinterest, and visualize yourself doing something, and then pick something. Number 2, buy the supplies or materials that you may need. So for example, I roller skate and I bought some roller skates, or borrow them if you don't want to make the purchase straight away, or maybe buy some yarn if you want to knit, or some hiking boots if you want to start hiking, or some tap shoes if you want to start tap dancing. Number 3, find a class or a book that you can do. I recommend doing a live class. I know it's really hard with the pandemic, so if you can find something online, something that's live at the same time every week, that's actually perfect. Or one of those books that breaks down the skill by week. If not, you can find a course that's already pre-recorded, but I recommend scheduling it in your diary once a week at the same time, at least 4 times in a month. That way you can build a habit and make it consistent and have it scheduled and make it important for yourself, because you're not going to pick up a hobby if you don't practice it. My last tip is to enjoy yourself and to make sure that you prioritize it. You're not wasting time. Having fun and doing things you love is part of what makes life wonderful, and having hobbies and being organized about it, which is what I love about it, because I feel that I probably didn't play enough as a kid. So having an organized hobby makes it so that I can have a time of day to be able to do what I love and prioritize it. So I recommend repeating that mindset to yourself. Doing stuff for yourself is going to enrich your life, and it's going to make you feel better, and it's going to make those around you feel better, because you're going to be a better person. So keep your mindset high, invite friends. Having accountability partners is great too. And joining groups as well, maybe on Instagram or Facebook, of people doing the same thing and having a community, and then just going for it. As always, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Natalia Ambrosia. I love hearing from you. I'd love to know if you found this episode useful. Hobbies and picking up hobbies come really naturally to me, so it feels like a really practical episode. And I'm really curious to know if it helps you and to know what your hobbies are and what you think about starting hobbies. So reach out. Have an amazing day. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. I hope you do something so much fun today. Sending you lots of love and light. Bye.